Good morning, Roman Vienna class. It's time for Thursday's maths lesson, and we are going to start off with a warm-up, and it's all about counting forwards to 100. So first of all, I'd like you to start by counting forwards to 100 from 0. So pause the video and practice counting to 100. Right, now you've done that one, I'd like you to start counting from the number 81. So start on 81 and count all the way up to 100. Pause the video now. Right, and your next one, can you count from the number 66 up to 100? So pause the video. And your next one, can you count to 100 from the number 21? This time, can you do it in a quiet whispering voice? And your final one, can you count to 100 from the number 52? So start at 52 and count up to 100. Pause the video now. So well done to everybody who practiced counting to 100 in lots of different ways. Right, today's maths lesson for our main activity in our challenges, we are learning to add 1 digit onto 2-digit numbers on a blank number line. Now I know that yesterday you had a structured number line, one that has all of the markers marked out for you. But today you're going to be using a completely blank number line. Now, I do not expect people to start at the number 0 and draw all of the little markers on, because you will be here all day and all night with all of the questions that you're going to be doing, especially with some of the numbers which are larger than 30. So when we have got a blank number line, we start by writing the first number that we are starting on, particularly with adding over here on the left side. So we are starting with the number 26. So I've written the number 26. Now, just like using a normal number line where we've got the numbers marked on, we are going to do 3 bounces. So we're going to count our 3 bounces as we go. So 1, 2, 3. So I've drawn on my 3 bounces. But the difference is we don't know what these numbers are. So our second step is to fill in these numbers underneath. So we start on the 26. What would be the next 3 numbers here? Can you all tell me what those next 3 numbers would be? 26. So let's see if you were right. So we've got 26, 27, 28, and then 29, which would be our answer. So the next part you need to do is write down the answer at the top. Can you see how much easier that was than trying to create a whole number line that went from 0 all the way up to 30, writing on all of those numbers when we actually only need to use this small part of the number line. But don't forget, we need to remember to count when you bounce. So make sure you've got the right number of bounces. So let's have a go at doing another one. So this time we've got 17 add 9. Remember to count when you bounce and then go back and write the numbers onto the number line. So remember, 17 add 9. So we can do this at the same time. So pause the video and go and find a piece of paper or a whiteboard or some pens, and then press start again once you've got your things ready in front of you. So make sure that you've drawn a nice line to use as your number line. And then our first step is to write the number 17, because that's where we're starting. Then we need to draw 9 bounces because we're adding on 9. So are we all ready? We're going to add on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this is where it's really important to make sure that you don't make your bounces too big, because you will run out of space on your number line, and Miss Mole has almost done that here. Try to keep your bounces as close in size as you can. Try not to have big ones and little ones. Try to keep them quite equal. Okay, so we've counted when we bounced. Now we need to go back and write the numbers onto the number line. So 17, we're going to bounce on. What number would it land on? So 17, then 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and finally 26. So our answer for this question is 17 add 9 equals 26. So well done to everybody who joined in along with me. Now it's your turn to have a go at a few questions I'm going to share with you now, and then I will show you the answers so you can check them before you go off to do your main activity for today. So remember, draw your straight line for your blank number line, and then you can have a go at answering the question 35 add 4. So remember, we start off by writing that number 35, then we do our bounces, and then we go back and write the numbers that we landed on. Because remember, especially Vienna class will know this, Miss Mole does not believe your answers unless you can prove it to me and you can show me. So pause your video now and have a go at working out the answer to 35 add 4. Right, well done to everybody who correctly worked out the answer as 39. So I've got my 35 here. I did my 1, 2, 3, 4 bounces, and then I went back and wrote in the numbers that I missed, or numbers that I landed on, sorry. Right, let's have a go at another one. Now this one is the number 94 add 2, and this is exactly the reason why sometimes a blank number line is a good way to show your workings out. Even if you know the answer to this one, can you prove it to Miss Mole? So I certainly wouldn't want to have to make a number line putting all the numbers all the way up to 94 in it. I don't think I'd have a piece of paper big enough. So that's why it's really good to draw a blank number line and start off by writing 94 at the beginning and then show me your bounces. So pause the video here and show me how to work this out on a blank number line. So well done to everybody who worked out the answer as 96. I've written my 94, I've done my 2 bounces, and then I've written in the numbers that I landed on underneath, and I landed on 96 after I'd done 1, 2 bounces. So well done to everybody who's got the right answer so far today. So let's have a look at our wolf today, and we've only really got 2 parts to our wolf. So I can add 1 digit onto 2-digit numbers on a number line. And remember, it is a blank number line that we are using today. There are no numbers on it. So I'd like to see you setting out your workings out on a blank number line, just like we did on these questions. And the challenge, I can solve addition word problems to using a blank number line. So there is a red challenge at the bottom of your activity today where I have written a couple of word problems for you to solve. And the final one is for you to come up with some word problems that I could solve. So today your worksheet will look a little bit like this. And on the next page, there is a challenge. So you've got your number sentence. I've already put a number line on there for you, a blank one. And then you can show it to me. And I've even given you the steps up here as tips, just like yesterday. So use the blank number lines to solve the addition problems. You don't need to write all the numbers on there. You only need to write the ones that you need. So write the starting number on the blank number line is step 1. Then jump on and draw the right number of bounces. Then go back and write the numbers on for the bounces that you would land on, the numbers that you'd land on, and finally write down the answer. So I hope that this is useful for you today when you are solving your problems. Good luck with your maths challenge, and I look forward to seeing all the answers that you work out.